Hey everyone, today we are going to be making a creamy mushroom cheesy sauce. We like to use this on any kind of meats we're making, whether it's chicken, steak, beef, pork, loins, anything. So today we are making deer loins, and we are going to be making this creamy cheesy mushroom sauce. So I have some of my ingredients out here. Not all of them, mostly my cream cheese, because that is, I like to let that, warm up a little bit so it melts a lot easier. But I have my produce out here. With this sauce, you don't even need to put any of this in if you don't want. I didn't have ingredients one time. All I had was the cream cheese, the cheese, and it's just as good even without these things. But these things spice it up a little bit, and it's Valentine's Day, and this is my husband's favorite meal, so we're going all out. So we got mushrooms. I'm going to put a couple tomatoes in, pepper, and onions. So those are going to be my vegetables that are be going into our mushroom sauce. So first things first here, I'm going to wash everything, and I'm going to slice it up the way I want it, so that's all prepared. I'm not going to be using all of this, so whatever I don't use, I'm going to stick back in the fridge, but I'm just going to kind of cut it up and see what it comes out to and use the amount that I want. All right, I got all my vegetables chopped up that I want to use. Like I said, you can use as many or as little vegetables as you want in this recipe. So I got those, I got my milk, I got my cream cheese, I got cheese, which that can be flexible as well. I like to put in Parmesan cheese, and I have Colby Jack on hand, so we're using that. And I like to use lots of cheese, so that's another thing that can be flexible as well. You can use as little or as much as you want. I got some butter and some minced garlic. We are going to be using our creamy mushroom sauce to go over our deer loins that we are making tonight. These puppies are going to be in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour with the oven preheated at 400 degrees. And I'm also going to be wrapping this in bacon. So it's delicious as it is, but then with the mushroom sauce added on top yet, it's just like unbelievably good. So we also do this with chicken, pork, steak. It's really good on steak. Pretty much any kind of meat. This mushroom sauce just spices it up and gives it a really good flavor. I especially like it with deer meat because sometimes deer meat can be kind of dry, and this just really helps, give it a creamy texture. So that's what we're going to be eating with it tonight. All right, so first we're going to start by putting our butter in our saucepan here, and we are going to saute our vegetables, and we're also going to sprinkle the garlic in with that as well as it's sauteing. All right, so we're going to turn our stove top here on medium and melt our butter. I'm using about a half stick of butter. I'm pretty much kind of a dump and pour girl, so I will put on a legit recipe of actual measurements in the description if you like to go off things. Yeah, I have about a half stick. I think it's a little more because that's what was in the fridge. So I just used what was in there. All right, now that my butter is mostly melted, I am going to dump in my vegetables. Like I said, you can use one or all or none. We're going all out because it's Valentine's Day. So we're going to saute these here, mix them in the butter a little bit. And then I am going to use some minced garlic. I'm just going to sprinkle a decent amount over there. And we are going to saute these until they are nice and soft. You can also cut this stuff smaller if you like it smaller. I kind of like it bigger just so that if someone doesn't like something in it, they can pick it out. But this will be nice and colorful. I think this is the most vegetables I've ever added to this before. All right, these are sauteing real nice. The mushrooms are starting to get a little brown. It's looking good. Our stuff is sauteing nicely and it's about ready now to add the rest of the ingredients. So the next thing we are going to add is the cream cheese, and I'm going, since we have a pretty big batch of vegetables here, I'm going to be adding the whole thing of cream cheese. If you're doing a smaller batch, you could just do half, but we're gonna do the whole thing. All right, we got our cream cheese in there, and once this warms up more, it will get more creamy and we'll stir around nicer. So we're stirring it around here a little bit just to kind of mix it in. Alright, switch to the spoon here. It works a little nicer now that it's getting thicker. So we got our cream cheese all stirred in there. Now we're going to add the cheese. And like I said, you can add as little as much cheese as you want. We love cheese, so we're going to dump pretty much in. I am going to start with my Parmesan cheese, which I'm just going to sprinkle some in there. Stir that around good. I also turned my heat down a little bit for this step, just so it doesn't burn to the bottom before we add the milk. As you can see, it's getting creamier. And now I'm going to dump my shredded cheese. My first pick would probably be a mozzarella cheese. But like I said, this is what I got, and it's still kind of frozen, so I'm gonna have to use my other hand here. But I'm probably gonna dump at least half this bag in. All right, I decided on the whole bag. What usually happens, can never have enough cheese, right? Like I said, this was in the freezer, so it's a little frozen, but stir that around good. As you can see, this is pretty thick. But now we have all the ingredients in other than the milk, and that's kind of going to be a dump thing for me again. Like I said, I'm going to go by texture. I'm just going to dump some in here, stir it around. I still want it to be a pretty thick sauce. I don't want it to be super runny. So I'm just gonna dump maybe about a cup in, stir it around, see how it is. If you're on any kind of like a keto diet, you could use skim milk. We've done that before when my husband was on keto, but right now he's off of it, so we're gonna use whole milk. All right, so we dumped about maybe 3/4 of a cup in here. And we are just going to give this a good stir. And like I said, you don't want too much milk because you still want it creamy. And honestly, that looks about right to me. So I don't think I'm going to add any more. It looks about perfect. Yum. So that's all, guys. That's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy recipe. Tastes delicious. So I think our meat just got done in the oven, so I'm gonna pop that out. I'm gonna put my corn in the microwave because we're gonna have corn with this meal, and then I will show you the end result. All right, I covered this up to stay warm, but our bacon wrapped loin just came out of the oven and it's smelling delicious. So we're just waiting on our corn here in the microwave, and then we'll put it all together. All right, we got our juicy deer loin with the bacon on top and our corn. All we need is a finishing touch. Of our cheesy sauce. Can never have enough cheesy sauce. And there we go. That is our yummy cheesy sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to our page for more delicious recipes.